And throughout this web forum today, you probably hear the acronym a lot, OTL, and you'll listen to our moderators and our panelists speaking a lot about OTL. And just before we begin, for clarity, OTL refers to online teaching and learning, or in short, it's what we're referring to today as an online mode, right? So I'm going to take a moment or two to introduce our moderators today. They will be speaking to two students of ours, or former students of ours at the Center for Foundation Studies in Kampa campus. And both students who are panelists today have now embarked on their degree programs. So to introduce our moderators, first and foremost, we have first Miss Chung Ziling. She is an academic staff in her 8th year of service. She teaches under the Department of Arts and Social Science at the Center for Foundation Studies in Kampa campus. Ms. Chung focuses on the areas of English language and communications. And Ms. Chung is going to be joined by our second moderator for today, Mr. Lim Kun Yin. Mr. Lim is an academic staff as well, also in his 8th year of service at the Department of Arts and Social Science at CFS in Kampa campus. Mr. Lim's focus areas are English language courses and communications courses. Now, before I bring in Ms. Chung and Mr. Lim as our moderators, I would just like to remind all participants to sign in. There is a link posted in the chat box. All you'll have to do is click the link and ensure that you've signed in. And later on, towards the ending of the session, there will be a sign out form. Please ensure that you sign out as well. Now, without further ado, let's invite our moderators. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. Okay, let me share my screen.
Sure. Please proceed.
So I will be introducing our first student who will be joining us in this chat. Her name is Vivian Laikawe. She's an alumni of CFS Kampa, and she has experienced all her whole 3 semesters in OTL mode, which is like what Mr. Lionel said just now, online teaching and learning mode. And she's now currently pursuing her bachelor in marketing.
Hello, hello everyone.
Hi, Vivian. Right, and our next speaker is Miss Heng Joey. She's also an alumni of Utah CFS Kampa, and she has also experienced her 3 semester in online teaching and learning mode. And she's currently pursuing her bachelor in commerce accounting. Hi, Miss Joey.
Hi everyone.
Right, nice to actually talk to both of you today. Right. Hold on. Okay, guys, hold on. Give me a moment. All right. Okay. So hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. And we have with us today Miss Vivian, Miss Joey, and then also my partner here, Miss Chung. Okay, we'll be speaking about this topic, online learning mode, a student's path forward in uncertain time. So why don't we start it with Miss Vivian and Miss Joey talking about themselves. Okay, maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit.
All right, so I'll start first. Hello guys, I'm Vivian, and I'm currently pursuing my studies in Utah degree. I'm taking Bachelor of Marketing honors. So I've gone through my foundation for like 3 trimesters for online learning mode. Yeah, so I come from Ipoh, Perak. Yeah, so nice to see you.
All right, nice to see you. Miss Joey.
Okay, hi everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Heng Joey, so feel free to call me Joey. So I will talk a little bit about myself. I just graduated from my high school in the year 2019 and joined Utah as a foundation student in 2020 May trimester. And I just, in the last trimester, I successfully finished my whole foundation studies, and I would rather say it as e-foundations as I completed through online learning mode, and now I'm a Bachelor of Commerce Accounting students year 1 and 1 from Faculty Business and Finance. So nice to meet you guys, and I hope that everyone will enjoy this sharing section today. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, thanks, Joey. So I will, starting from now, we'll be addressing you, you both as Vivian and Joey. Okay, all right. So yeah. Okay, so we all know, right? Let's start. Okay, so we all know that a lot of people are hesitating. They are worried about this online learning, teaching and learning, because a lot of people, they are uncertain whether they should start and enroll into the university. Is it a wise choice or not? Okay, due to the pandemic. So maybe you can tell us about your journey from the time you receive your your SPM result, and then what do you do after that? Okay, and until you enroll yourself as a Utah student in foundation. Maybe who would like to start first? Okay, Joey, maybe.
All right, so sure, I will start first. So actually, I received my SPM result in 5th of March 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And 2 days after that, I actually straight away go Utah for registration as a foundation student. And that time, actually, I can see many SOP for the COVID-19, like everyone is wearing the face mask and everyone is maintaining the social distancing. And also there is on hand sanitizer. But at that time, I never thought about I will be having online learning mode for my foundation studies. I was just excited to join Utah and have my campus life. And after that, I have done so many preparation for my campus life. Like I already buy my formal attire and even buy first aid kit for my as a preparation for my emergency, and when I am living alone in the hostel. So sadly to say, I finished using the first aid kit, the medicine in the first aid kit, but I still stayed at home. Yeah, now, and actually I never thought about online learning, but yet the moment I received the announcement saying that I'm going to have online learning, and actually I just talk to myself that yes, you are already in Utah, so why don't you just try out the new things, like try out the online learning mode, and then maybe you can have a new experience in pursuing in Utah, like in this mode. So yeah, and now I'm still here with the online mode. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Vivian?
Oh, well, for me, actually, I'm quite similar with Joey, but the best thing for me is after I just get my SPM result and I straightly went to Utah, because we know, right, Utah our choice, right? Same as all of you lah. So I never think of actually delaying my foundation studies, because I think that it's time for me to step out of my comfort zone lah. So I'd rather to take this chance as a new way for me to study. And then I think that this is a good chance for us to prove to others that actually for us, for the zeros, for the Z generation, we are usually we get to cope with stress. And I think, so that's all from me.
Okay, both of you actually have foreseen that this pandemic will go this long. Do you guys ever think that we will take almost 2 years? I think consider right now, right? It's almost 2 years. Do you actually expect that you are going to finish your e-foundation and then you are going to start your e-degree right now? So do you actually foresee it will take such a long time?
For me, right, I'm not that foreseeing, because I think that we should go back to Utah so soon. Yes, I did it. I went back in my second trimester, but I just got to go home before one day before my trimester starts. It's just like, oh my God, why? And then, yeah, from like we are full of hope that we can go back to Utah until like we feel that okay, it's fine to study at home. Actually, we've gone a long time, like for almost 1 year. Yeah, so
How about Joey? Do you expect that?
Actually, I didn't expect that. I just said with Vivian, I thought I will be coming back to Utah physically in my second trimester. And the moment that I wanna choose the physical study mode, my parents stopped me from choosing it. They say, no, no, you will be coming back soon. So you just better choose OTL right now, and then you will know later. Yeah, after the first day of the my second trimester, actually is started to have the announcement saying that for this trimester we were having OTL mode again. So yeah, maybe I should thank my parents for that.
Okay. Now, so I think this situation, because I mean due to this pandemic lah, so we are forced to, okay, even we lecturers, we have to forced to stay at home, okay, teach virtually as well. So a lot of students actually mentioned, okay, because we do have advisees and also students feedback us lah, saying that staying in front of computer all the time is very stressful. Okay, so I would like to know how actually you guys cope with the pressure that of not being able to meet your friends physically or attend your class physically or to see your friends or classmates or know new friends in the campus, but virtually. How actually you cope with it? Maybe Vivian first.
yeah, sure. First, for me, right, at first I feel like quite stressed because yeah, we cannot meet our assignment group mates, and then like my senior used to tell me that you will be so free in your degree or maybe in your university life because you can go and chit chatting with your friends or maybe hang out with your friends. But yeah, at the end they hang out like almost turn onto virtual hang on. Maybe like we just chat virtually and then using Microsoft Teams. And then I think from the biggest changes for me is like I actually turned from an computer dumb into, I think like I'm really good in fixing my computer, really good in all video conferencing apps and stuff from don't know how to screen sharing until like I know that actually it can screen sharing like that. And then we almost like me and Joey will always watch movies like Harry Potter during our sem break. Yeah, so we learn from that too.
Okay, how about Joey?
So for me, I can't deny that actually there, as a freshman, and also we are having a new study mode compared to the study mode that we have in secondary school and primary school. It definitely will cause a lot of stress that I feel anxious, not only nervous, but anxious and maybe some kinds I feel like depressed because not having to be meet my friends physically, and just I will stay at the room whole time just because of the online classes. So from that, actually, I use quite a long time to adjust myself to the current study mode. And what I do is that I will always maintain a habit, which is writing diary. I used to record down every single day's events, like special thing that happen. Yeah, and also I will start bullet journaling. This is one of the habit that I start during the lockdown, and I found it is very useful. And sometimes we think that during lockdown, actually what we can do, actually it seems like everything happened just in the same routine, like nothing different. But when you start journaling and also start writing diary, you start to realize that actually there is so much little things that we can pay attention and we can feel grateful for. So from that, actually I use my diary and also my journal to express my feelings, and further that we can release our stress also. So yeah, that's how I go through the tough time during the online learning mode.
Okay. So yeah, so you draw everything by yourself, like the one showing to everybody. how long do you take this for you to draw? It's so nice.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. Actually, from when I start bullet journaling, for me to design one such a layout, I use almost half days. But it is when I am in January last year, but at that time I feel that it will take so much time for me, and I won't be able to do so after I have to cope to with my studies. So I just make it kinda simple like that. So for each layout, I just use about 2 hours to complete the whole things. I just try to minimal on the design, but yet it looks so nice. Actually, it just take me maybe you can use some color pencil or just use some stickers to make it beautiful. It's not necessary we have to draw everything by myself, and just use our creativity. Sometimes I can get some inspiration or some idea from the YouTuber also. Yeah, this is what I do.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's good. Okay, now okay, let's talk about friends lah, because you know virtually it's like kind of difficult for us to meet people face to face, right? And then do you manage to get a lot of friends during your e-foundation?
Yeah, I think yes. Yeah. So yes, I think yeah. Yes, I'm kinda outrovert. So like I will make friends easily. It's like just like yeah, it is just a skill. Like you just when the time like you just start chit chatting at a class chat box, right? So like others will definitely come and find you. Hey, would you like to be my teammate? Then of course you will say yes, or maybe if we say like no, but we of course we will add in some. But we will try to be a group teammate like next time, right? So after that, I will just directly go and search for their Instagram or maybe Facebook, and then I will just add them. And then after that, we will start like replying stories or maybe like liking their posts. So like this is the way like how I make friends.
Then how about you? Do you manage to get a lot of friends? Is it a good experience for you through virtual through virtual platforms?
Actually, at the beginning, I am totally opposite with Vivian. Even though some of my friends thinking that I am quite an extrovert person, actually I'm not. I'm totally an introvert person. But when I first get into the university, since it's all online mode, I start to think, if I didn't make some friends right now, I will be totally alone for my whole studies. Who knows, this COVID-19 pandemic will get like everything will get back to normal. I don't know how long it will take, but just I try to take initiative to start the conversation with my friends. Like when we are assigned to the same assignment group, I try to be the first one to start the conversation. Even though it will end up I'm be the leader for the assignment group, but yes, I was still willing to start the conversation and make some friends. Like it makes me look approachable, and maybe soon or later I feel that yeah, it actually is nothing. It's nothing to be awkward or scary, or you just feel like weird. Actually, no. When you get used to it, actually, virtual communication can be a fun things as well.
So, all right, okay. Actually, I would like to ask, do you see any difference between like physical interaction and then virtual interaction? Because I believe you do a lot of virtual interaction nowadays instead of physical one. So what do you see as a difference? How is it different? Maybe you can start with Vivian first.
All right. So for me, right, actually, virtual interactions requires more for me lah. Because virtual interaction actually requires more the way like we need to like think about others, or maybe we need to like when we start to type, right, then we should think, is this word makes people feel so cold, so we need to add some emoticon beside it. So like, after that, we need to add some emoticon, maybe with a love, or maybe with a smiley face. And then for someone, smiley face is not that friendly for them. So like we need to place and laugh out loud face, so like that. Yeah, so it's quite difficult for me because I need to think before I type. So I rather like talk it out, or maybe I would rather like calling them, because like through calling, right, you can get to know the person emotions like suddenly. So like you would just like stop where you should stop, right? So actually I enjoy face to face, yeah, talking to each other rather than virtually lah. But yeah, how about Joey?
Okay, for me, actually, as I say just now, I'm quite an introvert person, and I found that when all things go virtual, actually, I can be brave in like socializing. When imagine I always try to imagine how if I meet my university classmates one day face to face, how should I say hi to them? I think that it would take a lot of courage, and maybe I need sometimes to like brave myself and then say hi to them. But in virtual, I can simply just type hi to them, reply their stories. Like I can get closer to them easily. So for me, actually, it's quite comfortable to communicate virtual. But yeah, at the same time, I'm still looking forward that I can meet my friends face to face and then hang out together one day.
Okay, that's good. Now, okay, just now we are talking about friends, right? Now, how about your lecturers like us? Do you prefer physical or do you prefer face to face? To be honest.
Oh my god. Is this recorded? Wait. Yeah, actually I love meeting my lecturers like in online learning mode, because at least there's some distance between us, right? So like distance makes perfect. It's not practice, it's distance like distance between us make us perfect. Yeah, so but if I got a chance to meet my lecturers like face to face, I'll definitely meet them and telling them thank you for like helping us like throughout the online mode. Although like yeah, we don't know each other, or maybe we don't know how each other looks like, so like we are willing to help. So yeah, I think yes, maybe.
Okay, how about Joey?
For me, I think if everything goes online, actually I can be more proactive in asking questions, because sometimes I worry how if I ask this question face to face with the lecturer, but lecturers looks like me like why you don't know this or what, then I feel like I was so shy to ask question physically. But when all things goes online, actually I can easily tap to the lecturers, and then maybe I can get the answer. Actually, I'm still very grateful to the lecturers that I meet since I'm getting into Utah. Everyone is willing to reply our message and then give us some assistance in our assignments or any things that I do not know. And actually, I feel grateful for that, because I think it is not really their responsibilities to reply us out of their working hours, but they are still willing to do so, which I'm so grateful for that. And I'm still hoping that I can meet my lecturers one day face to face. I really wanted to like say thank you to them face to face, so that I hope that I can meet the lecturers that have teachers in my foundation studies, because I think it will be something that I do not want to miss out. At least I want to see them one time for appreciation. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to see both of you as well in the future if we have the chance. Okay. Now, how about do you find it easy to communicate virtually with your lecturers? Is it easy?
I think yes.
So far, the experience is good, right?
Yeah, so far so good, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. How about Miss Lim? Miss Lim, do you have any questions?
No, I'm just just out of curiosity, lah, right? Just out of curiosity, we know that we are using Microsoft Teams, right? Vivian was my student and Joey was my student. Also, we use Microsoft Teams mainly to communicate, and then after that we get to know each other, and then we exchange Instagram account, things like that. But just out of curiosity, like what other methods, like what other like apps are or any other platforms that you use to communicate with others? Maybe we can our audience can have some ideas of what other ways we can use to interact with each other virtually. Is there any suggested apps or something?
Maybe not for lecturers and students only, but amongst
everyone. Yeah, it's like friends, students, among classmates.
Well, I think, yeah, I'm quite experienced in this. Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah, because I think that the best place for us to get linked is like the Discord. Discord app usually like, yeah, allows us to like talk to each other, or maybe allow us to like open our cam and unmute ourselves to talk. And also, yeah, the Discord app actually like there's a lot of booth inside, right? So we can play our music. Yeah, and then yeah, I think that is the best place for us. But there will also be some video scam like spaces for us, like I used to do, like yeah, playing. I'm not that kind of gamer person, but you also will play video games with my friend, like at least if he invited me to do so lah. Yeah, so how about Joey?
I would just rather use some normal social media platform like WhatsApp, WeChat, Facebook, that kind of thing, because I didn't play any game, and I also do not know how to use Discord. Even though I have an account, but I seldom use that. I just go for the WhatsApp and WeChat. I think it's enough for us to have like if you prefer to text each other, then I would rather text. But if I have more time, maybe I can have a video call or voice call with them. So actually from Facebook, I can see there's a lot of people sharing some funny posts that I can get entertained and also get to know what are they thinking about. So I think these are some ways that I communicate and keep in touch with my friends other than Microsoft Teams.
I see. Yeah, I also just started using Discord when I started this online teaching and learning thing. I'm still learning how to use it. It's rather complicated, I think, but it's fun. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about accommodation. All right. Where are you guys staying now? I mean, when during your study, where are you staying? Vivian, where are you staying now?
For me, right, I'm currently staying in my hostel. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Joey, what about you?
I'm currently staying at home with my family.
That is interesting. So we have two different. We have a contrast. We have one of you who is staying in a hostel, and then we have one that is staying in at home. So I think this will be a good way, a good discussion for us. All right. So we'll come to that later. All right. So now staying. Okay, your living environment is very important. Yeah, that one I think we all can agree, right? So many people, including my students, all right, those who have taught before, and then they actually feedback. Sometimes they talk to me saying that they feel that they can't focus. They don't have the discipline to do online learning. They really want to come back to university. Okay, that kind of comment, right? So a lot of people think that this online learning requires a lot of discipline. So how do you maintain your discipline? What do you do to actually refrain yourself from having fun too much or from studying too much and then balancing your life? What do you do? Joey, what do you do?
Actually, I will start by, because I think if I stay at home, it will be much more, I can say lazy, maybe sometimes busy. I can hardly focus during the class. So for me, I will personally set a study area for myself, which I think once I sit at my study area, I will just focus on my studies. And once I I think that it's too stressed for me to face my assignments and studies and stuff. I just get away from the table and then have my flights. So even though I now my home is turning to be the learning place for me, but I just try to separate learning from and life by having a specific studies area for me. So this is what I do, and I'm sure that Vivian's have the same things as me. Vivian?
Yeah, sure. So here is my desktop setup. Like, yeah, this is my study area. You know it, right? It looks like a gamer table, but no. I use it for study. And yeah, you can see like there's pens here, stationery. So like I'm a stationery lover. So like I just basically put what I like on my study table. So I think this is the best way actually for us to like keep us from the distractive and stuff like when we are having classes. I think so this is the best way I think yes.
Okay. So such a dim light, can you focus? Can you focus with this kind of light?
Actually,
Yes, I was wondering the same thing.
well, yeah, I think yes, because like actually it is the environment here is actually much more lighter than what you can saw on the slide spares. I just adjust a bit for it to like look prettier, but just like this, the light is still here, so like yeah, we can still stay focused. Yeah.
Okay. So it looks nice. Okay. So what kind of things to make you stay focused? Like Vivian, you are staying in hostel, right? So it would be like your bed is just beside you. Won't you feel like want to lie down halfway of your class and then without your lecturers knowing?
Okay, well, to be honest, I'm going to say sorry for all my lecturers like in the past but I'm not doing this right now because I've grown up. But actually at the starting of the OTL mode, right, I used to like laying down on my bed and hello, Mr. Lionel. Laying down on my bed and then having my class, and then but as time grows, right, I think that it takes me more time to like watch back the recorded video and stuff. So I think like so better like I just stay focused for that 2 hours rather than I need to spend 2 or more hours to watch back the recorded video. So yeah.
How about Joey? Can you make yourself disciplined throughout 3 hours class? Like for example, our lecture class will be 3 hours, right? So can you stay focused 3 hours?
Actually, I can honestly say that I know. It's so hard to stay focused, even that I set my study area in the living room with my family members besides me. I can still like fall asleep in the middle of the class, and when I suddenly awake from my sleep, I realized that the class is ended. Okay, I have experienced that also, but as I think for that, if I really scared that I will fall asleep during the class, especially for the 3 hours class. I just try to make sure that I get enough sleep, because when I get enough sleep, I will stay focused more easily. And then one way that I try to make myself focus during the class is that I try to be active during the class. And maybe you guys might think, once I be active in the class for only one time, the lecturer will remember my name, and my name will always be called out by the lecturers, and then you cannot escape from the computer already. Next time you have to stay at the computer. That's the way I force myself to stay focused. I try to be as active as I can in every single class, and so that the lecturers might be big probably will remember my name. Then I just force myself to stay focused, like, oh, you jangan tidur nanti you kena panggil saya tak tahu. So this is a way lah. And also when I get focused to the like participate in the discussion, I can understand the class content very much better compared to I just listen and then I do nothing. Because if you imagine you are having the class on a somewhere comfortable like sofa or bed. You will like you won't focus at that. And one thing that I do is that, yeah, as you can see, I will print all the notes and then I try to jot down some important points. Like I try to just draw the sketch like here and there. Maybe it looks messy, but I think it's look fine for me, because when I try to do some revision, I can just refer to what I have jotted down during the class, and then I can just recall the things very quickly. So I think this is one of the way to stay focused. Honestly, it is workable for me.
Yeah, it sounds like a very good way. So yeah, of course, self-discipline is very important, but to maintain it throughout the semester, I think it's a very challenging thing. And then seems that you both know what you are doing. So can you like share with us, like, how do you maintain? Is there any special technique? Is there any special tactics, tips that you actually can share about how to maintain your self-discipline in your learning environment, current learning environment? Like you are Vivian, you are in a hostel, and then Joey, you're in your house, right? So how do you maintain this momentum? How do you maintain the self-discipline throughout the whole semester and throughout your whole study? So who would like to start first? Maybe Vivian. All right, Vivian.
Yeah. I'll start first, Ria. Okay, so as you can see, actually, I'm taking vlog of like
Wow.
I'm like studying lah. So this is my table setup, as you can see in the previous slides, right? So I was just placing my phone at the left side of my table and then like taking all the vlog that I'm studying, like so like as a proof to myself, like, yeah, you did study today, right? And I see this is the video, so you did studying. Like, yeah, this is like some way to makes me to like be like disciplined lah. Because like if I stop studying like for 1 or 2 days and then there will be no vlog for the day, so like it is quite disappointment when I go and look back. And this is my weekly tracker. As you can see, I just like record the time that I woke up and then a nap maybe, and then yeah, this is all the things that I did lah. And this is a little thought for the day. Yeah, so I think this is the best way for us to look back and also to motivate us. Like imagine like if I write just 1 day and then for the whole weeks I just leave it blank, it should be not nice, right? So to force me myself to like continue to be so productive, then I will just keep recording. Yeah, so this is the best way for us. So like keep recording is the best choice.
Vivian, sorry for interrupting. So about your vlog, right? Okay, I still have difficulty pronouncing that term, vlog. So do you actually post it online, or you just keep it for your own view? What do you do with it?
Aha, this is a good question actually. But actually, yes, I did post it online. Like some of my close friends will know where I posting it, and then they will just go and have a look on it, or maybe have a like on it. Yeah, so I will post it and then I will just edit it. So like I learned video editing skills here. Yes, like every day I used to edit, right? So like from time to time, supposedly I can edit all video lah. So actually post it. Yeah, post it will do.
I see.
Yeah.
Joey?
For me, I did something similar to Vivian just now. I used to have a weekly planner that I list out every single task that I should do in that particular week, because I think if everything I know that when the trimester is started, every assignments coming in and also the presentation, the test and important event, if you join any club and society, there will be a lot of things. So basically I just try to jot down everything, and I have a progress bar at the as shown in the slide. I just try to like track my progress for every single task to make sure that I get things done on time. And because if you see my weekly planner is a bit general, because it might sound complicated to achieve in just one day. So I break it down into the few small tasks for every day. So I have my another to-do list in my journal also. I will basically write down what is the class that I should attend on that particular day, and also some of the tasks that I should have done on that day. So basically from here, I can track my progress from time to time, and also from the weekly planner also. I have set two columns. One is about estimated time that I should use to complete the particular task, and also one is the actual time that I use to complete the task. So from here I know, is it I'm delaying the work, or I can finish it within the time period given, or even shorter time. So from here I can track my productivity. This is what I do.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So,
Nishung, you
how
have a
about
question?
yeah, Vivian, besides using the vlog and also the journal, what other things that you also keep track? Your plan, like the class time, like whatever meetings. Okay, as I know you're quite active, right? So yeah, how actually you keep track besides that? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm showing this. This is my Google Calendar under my Utah mail. As you can see, right, this is the Utah logo here. So like this here, all of these things will be the meeting time and my class usually, and this is my test. Yeah, so I'm using this to keep tracking. So so I also like I do write like weekly journal, but we used to plan, right? Because there will be something like cancel or maybe, so this is the best way to plan. So like we no need to plan go here and there, and then our weekly journal will be so messy. So this is the best way. And then this is the best thing I would like to introduce to all of you, because this is called momentum extension in the Google Chrome. So this, right, when you can go and this is when you open a new tab in Google Chrome, and then it will show you like good morning, and then this is here your name, and then like yeah, this is the main focus of your day. So like this is the best way, like when you are once the moment you open your Google Chrome, and then you know that this thing is waiting for me. So yeah, I will just go and do that. And then this one is the Microsoft to-do list. Yeah, I just like list all the assignments and recording and then notes here. So like it will take like maybe like 1 week. Yeah, it's okay for me, like because I'm actually completed 56 tasks, right? So it's a good achievement for me comparing to the first sem of me, because first sem of me, I think I just completed 2 out of 70 plus. So for this sem, right, I just completed 56. So I'm improving myself too. Yeah.
A lot of tasks.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I have a question. Just wondering, because you have just now I've seen both of you showing us how you actually organize your time, all these things using it's on paper and using all these color-coded highlighters and things like that, right? And it looks very tidy. And now you show us online the online resources that you use, online platform that you use to actually record all these things. So how do you find these two different, like which one would you prefer, or you actually like both of them? Like how do they compare to each other? Yeah, Joey, maybe you can start first.
All right, so basically, even though I almost same with Vivian, I use both. You also use the Google Calendar and also set your focus for the day, the below one. I also use that. The advantages of having this online application is that it will the notification will pop up from time to time. But if you write in somewhere else, it's actually no way to remind you. And if you keep the book away from you, you basically don't know what the things that you should have done on that particular day. But so I found that online application is one of the ways. But at the same time, because I like the feeling to write down all the things on my journal, because I am a bullet journal keeper also. So at the same time, I will just try to make some of them writing in the written form, and some of them I will just make it online. for those like urgent event that I need some reminder on that, I will just move it to the Google Calendar and stuff. So this is my way. How about you, Vivian?
Well, yeah, for me actually, right, I love to like doing recording because I love color pens. And I think like it's the best way for me to record. Because by the way, I would like to tell, if you guys are not the person who like to write a lot, I strongly suggested you to use the online resources. Just buying color pens spends a lot of money. You will spending like a lot, thousands of money into color pens, and then some of the color pens will like the ink will go out. Yeah, so I think, but for me, right, I think writing down is actually for me to do for me to do a conclusion for me, like of the day, like when I'm going to sleep, right? So I just say like good night, Vivian, and then I will just look back, oh, for this day actually I did this, and then it is the best way when I'm going to recap something, like on which day actually I did this thing. So like it's difficult for me to search back all my online resources, right? Because online resources are usually like this and there's no time recorded. So like, yeah, when we write down, right, it's the best way for us to like recap ourselves. So actually on last year on this day I did something. So yeah, this is the way to.
So the Google Calendar and also the Teams, you are using Utah's one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the participants, okay, you should fully utilize these two as well. we all as well, okay. We can keep track our things. Okay, now then after a day, okay, how both of you actually relax yourself, like not to be too stressed, because like Vivian, you're staying alone, right? Definitely you feel stressed emotionally sometimes, you understand, right? Then Joey, maybe like you as you say, you are introvert, you are not good in communicating, so you might not be, you know, wanting to share something to your family and so on. So how actually you will relax yourself and then release some stress after a whole day listening to our talking, okay, our lectures and so on. How you guys actually cope with that? What you guys do to relax yourself?
I think I'll go first, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so this is the way for me to relax myself. Like, actually, I love making scented candles. So like, I will just always light them up. Like, this is the scented candles, and this is all of the scented candles, and then this is the essential oil that I use. Like, it represent every single mood because I love sweet smells. So like, you can see like there's like chocolate milk, and then peach, vanilla, and then lemon, cherry blossom. Yeah, that kind of fruity smells that are always on my table. So like, I think this is the best way for me to relax myself. Just light up a sandal candle and then just like reading a book. Of course, not lecture notes. I'm not referring to lecture notes, yeah. I'm just referring to my novels and stuff. Yeah, so it is the best way. And then sometimes with a cup of coffee or maybe a cup of hot chocolate, yeah, this is the way for me to relax. So like, oh yeah, this is my time, so I'm gonna off my phone.
Okay, so those smell won't make you feel hungry? Because you say you like to smell, right? So those are like a sweet thing, you know, that we receive. So
yeah.
How do you cope with that?
Yeah, this is a good point. Actually, I foreseen this, so I have yeah, this is the place for me to have my snacks. Yeah, you can see there's some sweets here. This is some snacks and stacks and snacks. Yeah, so
A lot of snacks.
yeah, a lot of stacks and snacks. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's talk about Joey. How actually you relax yourself after a whole day?
Actually, for me, because I think if since we are studying online, actually we are staying in the same place. So when I am feel too anxious about my assignments and all stuff, I will just get away and just stand up, get away from my tables, and maybe I can go somewhere else, like maybe sofa, maybe my bed, or maybe go to the kitchen and chit chat with my family. From that communication, I actually feel that I can forget about those troublesome things, put them aside for a while, and then I will come back more energized. This is what I do. And then sometimes I will just do some simple workout. Maybe I will go and search for some yoga, maybe Tabata video from the YouTube, and just I will spend like 20 to 30 minutes to have a workout. And after that workout, actually I feel energized and I come back more, maybe I will be in a good mood after that. Yeah, this is what I do.
Oh, okay,
All
okay.
right. Can I ask a question actually, real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Vivian, yes, about your, yes, I actually am quite impressed by your candles. You make it by yourself, you said?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
And do you actually have any photo? Ah, yes, okay, here's a photo. All right, thank you. Can you explain to us, like, briefly, how do you do it? Is it dangerous?
Oh, well, it's actually not dangerous at all because there is a thermometer here to like telling us, yeah, the wax is still hot. But before I would just like to introduce like the tools lah. So like this is the melting pot, and then this is the hot plate, and this is all the candle mold, and then this is the fruity smells that I like, and then this is the lighter, and then this is also the mold lah. So this is the candle wick. So like basically when we are doing this, right, just keep this far away from your nose. Because sometimes, you know, right, we will like hand shivering and then we will just accidentally pour out some unwanted wax on our nose. Yeah, so but actually apart from that, it's actually quite safe for us because of the technology right now, because the hot plate right now is also quite safe for us, unless like we are putting our hand on it when it is so hot, and then it was be like bzz, bzz, and then you'll feel like, oh, this smells so smelly, and then is it a barbecue? No, it's barbecue your hand. Yeah. So besides from that, so besides from that, actually, yeah, it's quite safe for us. Like actually these two kits I actually bought from Shopee, and then it not cost much money. So like everyone, if you would like to make candle on yourself, you can do it. And with these tools, you can also make your handmade soap. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to know, if anyone wants to know more about it later, you can ask Vivian some question after this. All right? Yeah. Okay, Miss Chung. Let's
So yeah, okay. So just now, both of you are saying that okay, Vivian staying in hostel, and then Joey stay in home, right? Okay. So how okay, like Joey, okay, for example, you're staying at home, so you might have your family members, okay, around you, because this is what I experienced with my students lah. Okay, it's like the student forgot to unmute, and then the mother actually call the student to have lunch because it's so so numb that, okay. So my time is like 12 to 2, so it's like a lunchtime hour for my class lah. So how do you avoid this? Like you make sure that your parents will not, your parents or your family members will not like disturb you halfway or asking you to go for lunch in the midst of the class. How actually you cope with that?
Actually, yeah, this is one of the main issues that I faced when I first starting my online learning mode, and I almost get into the conflict because of that, because they suddenly disturb me during the presentation or important meetings, and I'm thinking that it shouldn't be happen if we have a good communication on that issues. So for this particular trimester, starting from this trimester, I print on a study timetable to paste it on my table. And also I make a copy for my parents as well. I just tell them that, yeah, as shown in the slide, this is where I put my timetable. And also I send a copy for my parents also. Then I just tell them that, oh, during this time I actually having class, and I'm so sorry that I cannot have the dinner and lunch or even breakfast with you guys. So you can just eat it on your own first. If I have free time, definitely I will come back to you. So I think if you can communicate well with your parents in advance, it could avoid many conflict and unwanted distractions during the class. And for like important meetings, since I'm studying in living room, for the importance meeting, and right now I'm having the sharing section, which I can hopefully that I will have a quiet place to do my sharing section. I will just get into my room and find a quiet place to do so I can just avoid that conflict with my family members. This is the initiative that I take.
Okay. Then how about you, Vivian? You are staying alone. By right, shouldn't have anyone to disturb you, right? Do you?
Yes, my phone is always disturbing me. Like, yeah, always some notification, right? So yeah. So, but actually, there's a way to cope with it. Means like, I will not bring my phone on my study table. So like, I won't just look at it, and I won't reply to messages, and then I will just keep focusing on my class. Yeah, so this is the way actually. But compared to Joey's, I think Joey's should be more complicated, because there will be always someone, hello Joey, it's time for lunch, and then hello. Yeah.
Okay, but then as you say, you put away your phone, right? But the notification will somehow appear on your screen, on your computer screen, because sometimes we do click OK for notification when we use PC, right? So
Yeah.
how are you going to avoid that? So you just ignore?
Actually, I will just lock out all of my social media, because before I'm having my class, and after I'm having a class, so like I will just log in back. But it's actually, it will bring some disadvantage for me, because my family used to connect it with me in Messenger, right? So I've missed their call for some times, and then something quite not that good to hear happens, and then start from that, I just learned. My Messenger will strictly open for my family, and then no one will be contacted me via messengers. So like I will not log out of that lah. So if I miss any important messages, no, there will be no such thing lah. So actually we have come through this.
Oh, okay, good. Good to know.
Actually, I have one question actually. Like, do you really like do a lot of like household chores? Sometimes our family is either our family or yourself, because I can see that your schedules is quite a lot, right? So how do you manage? Like, do you really put this under consideration? Do you actually put it into your timetable also? Like all these chores, all these routines. How do you do that?
The only way to do that is just wake up early. Like, people can wake up at 8 o'clock for 8 o'clock class, then I should wake up at 6 o'clock so that all my household chores should be done and stuff like. But after that, I just know that, so I just wake up at 7. So today I sweep the floor, and then tomorrow I mop the floor. I won't do like everything in one day. But it's quite tired for me.
Yeah, that is logical. Joey, what about you? Staying with family?
Yeah, because I'm staying at home with my family members, definitely I cannot escape from the household stuff. And actually what I do is that, because I know that I cannot escape from the besides being a student, and I have another obligation to do, which is as a daughter, to help my parents with the household. So for that, actually I will like, between the class, I won't be having the class in 24 hours per day. I won't do that. I will have some like space in between, maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour. From there, actually, I will allocate sometimes to do some simple housework. Maybe I can sweep the floor, I can wash the dishes, and then just a quick one. Maybe it takes me only 10 to 20 minutes. And after dinner, I will just stay at the kitchen and then wash all the dishes after that. So that at the same time, I am contributing something to them. And on the weekend, basically, I will just, maybe I'll allocate a morning to do like maybe the spacious thing. Maybe I can cook breakfast or lunch for them to have, to enjoy. And I think, yeah, as a student, yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff to do, to deal with, like assignments, like studies. But at the same time, I think we should take this housework into consideration also. We cannot escape from that.
Yeah, that's quite true. That's quite true.
Good. Now,
So-
just now we are talking about environment, right? Okay, sorry, Mr. Tim, let me ask first.
No problem.
I'm curious, okay? So yeah, just now we are talking about environment, so it's like families, you know, the surrounding and so on. Then how about within the class time? Like, you know, our class time, especially for lecture class, is a bit long, correct? Not? Okay, it's like 3 hours. How are you going to stay focused, sit properly, sit on the chair and not moving at all for that 3 hours? How are you going to stay focused? What kind of things is helping you, or what kind of things that you can do to make yourself awake? I think this one most of us will be having, right? Except for the one who are talking lah, right? The lecturer won't be feeling anything because we are supposed to talk. So yeah, I mean the one who listen, they will actually a little bit, you know, boring or sleepy halfway. So how do you, what kind of things that you do? Maybe Vivian first?
Oh yeah, sure. Actually, for me, right, I was just actually Joey told me about my problem because I used to like crunching something during my classes. So like I would stay on my yeah, I would just sit on my chair, and then there will be some tidbits as shown just now, like this. There will be some like biscuits and stuff. So like I would just, oh, it's time. So oh my god, I'm so hungry. So I would just grab one, and then I would just open it. I would just having it while I'm having my class. And also, but actually, the distraction in class usually will be like hungry or maybe going to toilet lah. So like going to toilet stuff, we can actually aware that. So like just go to toilet before our class start, right? But hungry, this kind of thing, we cannot actually aware because we don't know like our stomachs when will they call us, right? So I will just always be prepared. Yeah. Yeah, so this is my way lah. But how about Joey?
For me, the biggest problem is not about the hungry. I have different with you. My biggest problem is that I will fall asleep easily, and from that I will miss a lot of important points during the class. So what I did is that actually I set my study place at the floor, and it is quite convenient for me to just lie down and sleep. Actually, yeah, I can say even though I set it at the floor, even though I'm not on the sofa, I can still sleep if I want. So basically, what I do, and if the class is really important, consists of a lot of points that I cannot miss any single word like that. I will just try to hold I will put my laptop at somewhere, maybe on the table, and my person, yeah, I will stand up throughout the whole class. Just like, I think it's quite impossible for us to sleeping while standing, right? So I was just standing throughout the class. This is one of the way, or maybe during the break time, we can just prevent ourselves to sweat, maybe playing our phones. Don't scroll through the social media first. You can just get away from the study tables, and then you walk around, and then you maybe can go for toilet break. Maybe you can have a snack like Vivian. Yeah, definitely can. And maybe you can take a breath outside the house. So yeah, this is another way. If you like continuously just scrolling through the phone, I can tell you after the class resume, you will still feel sleepy after that. So just try to get away from your tables for a while. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you avoid this kind of social media thing? Do you use anything to avoid them, or what do you do? Because you know lah, our phone will like, anyway, you silent it, it will vibrate also, right? So you will somehow like, yeah, I want to see, then how? How to avoid anything coming in?
Oh, actually, I have some suggestion for that. Yeah, Pomodoro, this one. I start to get known to this since I'm in secondary school, but I start to practicing it again recently because I'm currently rushing on about my individual assignment and I haven't finished it until this point. So actually how this work is actually a way to increase our productivity during the time period given. Like let's say you have a task that you estimate how long time is that you need. Basically a round of a Pomodoro costs us 20 minutes of working. At that time we just focus on the task that we should have done, and then 5 minutes after that is for rest, so you can get away from the task for a while for some break, and then this round will go again and again until the whole task is done. So during this Pomodoro study, actually I found an application about the Pomodoro, which there are some added function as well, which is they were blocking the notification and also just stop the notification from popping up during my during the time that I should focus. And then after if I tend to like open the social media, the app will just automatically stop. Send me a reminder that, oh, you shouldn't quit the application and go for the social media application. I think this is a good application for me to stay focused lah. So if you guys feel interested, you can go for Google Play Store or anywhere to look for it. I think there are so much about the Pomodoro study methods in the YouTube also, so you can go for that.
Okay, good one. I think I should use that.
Yeah, this is actually very interesting. So without the app, you can still do it. It's just that you have to use a stopwatch, a timer, or something like that lah. All right. Okay. Wow.
Because that particular timer, right? If you didn't realize that the time flies so fast, you will just like delay your work. And same goes that we also have timer, right?
Yeah, I can see clock, I can see timer. Vivian, can you share about this?
Yeah, actually I searched for timer for a long time. Yes, I searched on Shopee and then I cannot search for cute timer at a cheap price because that time I'm quite broke. So I just found this on Daiso. In Daiso, like it just like cost us 6 ringgit and then it got this. So I just bought this. And this actually reminds me, and then this not only helping me on studying. Usually I will go and boil some water or maybe steam some fish or maybe steam some chicken, right? So to prevent I burning my hostel, I will just use this timer. Like it's 10 minutes, it rings, so like you quickly go and off the fire. Yeah, so this is the way lah. And also, actually, this clock, right? There's a story between this clock and me. This clock always makes me like feeling like so nervous. Yes, I will just typically like set the time earlier 1 hour earlier. So yeah, so right, actually Joey has experienced that last time, right? We are going to say see you at 1:30 tomorrow, and then at the tomorrow, right, it's usually like 12:10. So I'm telling Joey like see you in 20 minutes, and then Joey, hello, can you just set your time back to normal? Hello. But actually this is the best way for us, like you can see, right, 1 hour earlier. So like if I woke up late, right, at least I'm not that late. At least I've still got time for me to prepare for my breakfast. Yeah.
Or maybe you can have 2 clocks. One is the real one, and you hide it somewhere. But honestly, your study table looks like a mini stationery shop. This is impressive.
Is it? Wait.
This is like a lot of pens. I think it's like the pen that I own my whole life. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. what the difference between Joey's study area and Vivian's study area. So yeah, okay. Other than this question, okay, what I want to really know is that okay, you see, when we are doing physical classes, right? Okay, we always go to the library, and then we go to the bookstores to buy books, and then we search, and then of course we still use the internet, definitely. But then we don't fully use the internet. Definitely there's a difference, because we have the convenience of going to the library, and then sometimes you search in the internet, there's so many information, right? So some people, most of us, I think we still go to the library. But now with the pandemic going on, and then we don't have access to the university library, so what do you do to search for all these resources for your assignments and yeah, for your study also? Joey, what do you do with it?
Actually, I think the online resources is quite useful for us for now. Actually, you do not need to really cost a lot of times to search for particular information for assignments. And it is, yeah, it's just time saving method. But one thing that I face that is, I think is troublesome, is that there will be a lot of information, overloaded information. Sometimes you do not know whether this is true or not true, and you need time to check it out, check it one by one, maybe through the news, and then sometimes you have to read through the long journal article and research paper and just get a single sentence like that. It is definitely troublesome and cause me the headache. And for that, actually, if you wanted to search for the information for the particular assignments and to write the things, you just try to make it separate between searching information and then writing the assignments, because searching information on that particular one part is actually time consuming. So that you can start it earlier, you just use one particular time to search all the information that you want, and then you figure it out. And when you go for the writing part, you just can go through very fast because you already have the information with you. Just use it wisely, and you can definitely go through your assignments very smooth. This is what I done for my individual assignments currently right now. Okay.
Okay. How about Vivian?
Yeah, for me, right? Actually, I've experienced. I'm giving an advice to my juniors. Like when you're searching for a PDF, just download it and save it everywhere. Like maybe on your desktop, or maybe on your Kingston, or maybe on your Google Drive. Because Utah is providing us free Google Drive, right? So just save it there. Because I've experienced once, like the website suddenly disappeared. Like it makes me like I need to rewrite my whole essay just because of one resources. So like this is an advice for me lah. But actually for the online resources, right, we can still use like Canva or maybe Proton for us in helping us in doing assignments and maybe in doing presentations. And there's always some website like providing us free PDF mode of textbook. Yeah, I usually will go and search for it in Google Scholar, or maybe Utah Library is also having that for us, right? So yeah, so this is all of the resources that we use. But the best way I use is actually I will just search it from Wikipedia, but we know that actually we cannot directly take something from Wikipedia, right? So I just scroll to the resources part and search for the resources that people use for Wikipedia. I just click in that resources. Yeah, so this is my best way to search for resource. Yeah.
Okay, so how about Joey? You are using almost the same thing like Vivian?
Yeah, and actually I can add on a little bit. For maybe the presentation video, actually I found few apps that is quite easy to use. Like for the long presentation video, if you really want to insert some animation or transitions, you can go for 剪音. I can say in Chinese we call 剪音, but in English I think it's the same. And for you wanna to make an animation, you can go for Animaker. And if you want to edit your audio, you can go for Audacity. It's this app is quite easy to use. I can say I am just know nothing about the editing stuff, but when I get into the university, but when I search online, this is some suggested application that I can go for editing video and audio, and I just tried out. It's totally easy and user friendly, so you can try it out for your presentation video and audio recording also. Yes, you can go for that.
So how about the watermark? Because I do have students use some, I can't remember what's the brand what is the app's name, but yeah, there's like a huge watermark in between. So how do you guys actually overcome that?
Actually, for this, right, Jianying usually like they won't have this problem. Yeah, they don't have. So, yeah, this is some announcement for everyone. If you would like to have the Jianying app and then you don't know where to find, you can just directly approach to me because I save it on my Utah drive.
Vivian, can you unmute yourself?
Vivian, yeah.
I think the line is.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to say it again. Like you store it. Where is it?
Yeah, I store it on my Utah drive. So like everyone with Utah Mail, if you would like to have the app, then you can just come and approach to me, and then I will send you the link. Yeah. So everyone, yeah, because the Jianying app is originally from China, and yeah, we know, right, from China there's usually some TikTok or maybe short videos apps for us. So this apps appears for us to like make the video editing easier. So this is the best chance for us to grab some free apps and also with no watermarks. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a legit legal kind of thing, right? So it's like in every app stores or in Google Play, right?
Yeah.
How about computer? Is the same thing as well, lah.
Yeah, computer is the same thing. They will be having their official website.
So it's just limited to editing, like make it lengthy, make it shorten, or cut here and cut there. Can I add something else, like some effects, something like Reels or something like Insta story kind of thing?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And the best part is you can add on your how to say subtitles. It will just detect what you speak, even in English, and then it will just form a subtitles for you. Yeah, this is the best part. I always use this to like improve my presentation video. So like my lecturers will be, wow, yeah, I made it.
Okay. How about Animaker? The one that you mentioned for the second one.
Animaker, actually, there is a small watermark at the bottom, which I seldom use. That one of the reasons is because of that. And actually, Animaker is used for animations only. So if you guys wanted to have your video like in cartoon view, you can go for Animaker. But definitely Jianying is I use Jianying more frequently because I seldom put the cartoon video in my presentation video, right? It sounds so weird. Yeah, okay.
Yes, understand.
Yes.
Okay, so Jianying still the first choice of for free,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So
do you have anything, Mr. Lim?
Yeah, of course. Right. Okay. So okay, how would I put it? All right. So you use, of course, you use a lot of online resources, facilities, all this throughout your learning in these few semesters, right? Okay. So how do you make use of them effectively and efficiently? Like how do you, because okay, using it is one thing, but then many people stop using online resources because they think very troublesome, like have to go here and there. And is there any way for you to like put them all together, like all the resources? How do you actually store them, and how do you actually like arrange them so that you can refer to them easily?
Yeah, actually, it's for this, right? You can always use the function provided by Google, which is bookmark. Like you always bookmark something, right? So and adding them into a reading list will help you to do so. Or maybe you can always open a Google Drive, and then Google Doc, and then place the website inside. So like you can just always find a list there, and the list is just for you. And for those like if you're thinking to make some notes, I think that a OneNote provided by Microsoft Office like suits all of us, because OneNote app is a great like note-taking app for us, because we can always print out the PDF and also lecture notes inside. I think Joey is doing the same, right? If I'm not mistaken. Are you using OneNote?
Yes, for the last time, actually, I'm using OneNote. While I'm listening to the lecture class, I will keep typing what lecturer has said into the OneNote. Then after that, I will just convert it to the PDF, and then I might get it for my own, or I can send it to my friend as well. And actually, if you guys like, you can wonder how I store this, like every single stuff, like assignments, like lecture. Actually, I will make a spatial files for them in the desktop, and I will just separate it according to the subject, of course. And then after the trimester end, I will just tidy them out, and then I will upload it into the Google Doc, and Google Drive, and just for backup. And I just delete the copy in my desktop, so it can save my place also. And for whenever you want to refer back, you just go to the particular files, and then you can just simply click whatever you want. For example, maybe if I go for quantitative techniques, I will basically spread it into tutorial, lecture, and then assessment, assignments, like that. So it will make me search my files more conveniently. Yeah, something like that. Vivian and me actually do the quite similar stuff for that. We are exchange the opinion with each other every single time when we are calling to each other. Yes.
Oh, I see. So, yeah. What about Michelle? You have anything to ask?
No, I just suddenly remember what Joey said because I experienced the same thing with her as well. Okay, so she did the compilation inside my class. I still remember. So yeah, it's a good thing actually. Everyone can actually refer whatever we said, rather than just view the recording again. The recording might take some time, especially for lecture class. I think this is a good way as well lah. But we need we need students to be alert as well. This one is a good choice, good ways to keep them awake. Okay, now like the opening just now, we have seen our campus, okay, virtually. So how do you feel about that you have never been able to come back physically to experience the uni life? Okay, how do you deal with that actually? Do you feel sad when you just look at it virtually but you're not there?
But yeah, I'll start first. Yes, actually this is not my first time visiting Utah. I actually visited Utah for more than 5 or 6 times in my life because okay, yeah, I should say this because my first visiting to Utah is in the year 2004 or 2005, I think, because that time around Utah just filled up, right? And then they're open for public to go and have a look on that. And then after that, my sis is graduating from Utah, so like during her graduated ceremony, I'm going to have a look. And then after that, I'll be going to visit Utah is for my vaccination. Yeah, so like I'm taking my vaccination in Utah campus, so I will just go around and then I will just come back. Yeah, so I think that I know how my uni or maybe my campus looks like. So this is not a big problem for me, but I think this is a big problem for Joey. Joey?
Why say so?
Honestly, I just go Utah for once, which is on the open day for registration. If I if I didn't maybe if I make the decision a bit late, which is almost a lockdown time, MCO started time, so I won't even have a single chance to go visit Utah physically. So from here, actually, I feel totally disappointed for that. Especially, I'm looking forward for the orientation program, but it ended up become an online program, which I watch a lot of pre-recorded video about the briefing. I'm totally crying in front of the screen when I attending this online orientation program again for my degree. I thought I will be having a physical orientation program for my degree. So I totally feel disappointed for that. I believe that if there are some Utah students joining this sharing section, I believe that they are having same feeling as me. They are all looking forward to coming back to the campus one day.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
this
yes.
is
I think same goes to us as well, lah. I feel
Yeah.
bad when I watch the opening just now as well. Okay. Yeah. How about you, Mr. Lim? Do you have any more questions?
Yes, about okay. Now we talk about campus, right? So we are lacking of classroom interaction, right? Of course, the real classroom interaction. So what is your what is your opinion? Actually, I would like to know. Like, do you feel like is online classes are boring, passive, or is there any other ways that you can make it more engaging and more interesting? Because I heard some, both of you mention this before. Okay, so what do you think? Is it boring? And then what do you do to overcome that?
Okay, I'll start first. Okay, so
Okay,
actually,
right, sure.
definitely when we started to having online classes, it might be boring for us because like we always face to our laptop, just to our laptop, and we are not able to face to face, right? Meeting face to face. But sooner or later we will actually get used to it because actually like having class online is actually having more freedom for us. So it is the best way for us to sculpt our discipline, or maybe to make us more organized. Because how to say that meeting face to face, like there will be someone forcing you to reading your notes and also stay focusing on your time and not playing your phone. But online class is totally different. There will be no someone to like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, are you on your phone? Do you actually listen to me? Oh yes, yeah, my lecturers always do that. Do you have any question? No question. Yeah, this is what we usually do, right? And this is what everyone do, right? But actually the no question, yeah, the no question is actually like, but it's actually like telling the lecturers that we are listening to them. Yeah, I know. Yes. Yes, but if like we ask question on that time, right? So definitely the lecturers will remember your name, and it will not only remember for like one time, it will remember for maybe like the whole time, because you are the only one asking her, hello, I have question. Yeah. So yeah, so actually having online class is actually better for me, because it's actually like making us be more self-disciplined, and also it exposes us to more event. Because like online, right, we can attend as more event as we can, because we no need to rush here and rush there. The place for us to only rush is our toilet. So like we rush from the toilet and then sit back on our table, right? So we can grab more chance for me. I think yes. Then how about Joey?
actually, yeah, the two-way communication is quite important in the online learning mode. Imagine you like talking about 3 hours for the lecture class, but no one responding to you. Is a totally sad thing. So usually I will try my best to participate in the discussion. Like maybe before the class, I will try to preview the study content for today, or maybe I will just complete the tutorial worksheet in order to get into the discussion. This is one way to like not only to make the class engaging, but also make ourselves stay focused in the class. And then if you're speaking about the time outside class before, like with your friends, how to make the communication become interesting and engaging. Personally, Vivian and me, we will during the same break, we will ask each other to like we will open a meeting and maybe ask other friends to join us as well. We will have movie night. Basically, we will share the screen and then we will watch the movie together, like the Harry Potter that mentioned by Vivian just now, or maybe a lot of cartoons and maybe some of the, like, we can fly together because of the movie, even though we are physically separated to each other. And this is one of the ways to like, it is one of the way of team building activities with your group assignments as well. You can always open a meeting, not for discussion, maybe you can gossip or just chit-chatting. yeah, get know to each other to in order to like you are feel engaged with each other even though you are not meeting each other face to face. Yeah, this is one of the ways that okay.
Oh, suddenly I pop up something in my mind. To be honest, now like look, both of you are quite a good friend, right? Correct? Okay, virtually I'm talking about quite a good friend virtually. What if one day both of you need to meet each other? Do you feel a little like you totally never meet each other, you don't even see each other a single time, you know, and then suddenly you have to meet each other physically. Won't you feel awkward? Will you? What do you think? Imagine whether it will not. Like you are having a movie night with your friends, right? Those are classmates and friends. Okay, it seems nice virtually, like very good relationship virtually. What if one day you got a chance to see each other? You feel weird? What do you think?
I think I've experienced this before. Actually, I having my regular teammates for assignment, right? So we actually met lah, like we three just met like before the school starts. I think everything went well, and then I love like being staying up with them because yeah, I know that their personality and what I would like to advise is try to be real online virtually, like don't be like so fake until like you think like others will like your fake face because when we are being real, like so others will not having expectation on us. So like if we did something better than our expectation, although it's a little bit, and other will be having good impression on us, right? So yeah, I think that is so try to be real, like I know actually I fall asleep once when I'm calling with Joey. So like yeah, I think this is the real me lah. So like yeah, I'm always like fall asleep and stuff. So like I think this will not be the big problem for us. So like if we are going to have a meal, because like food's actually like pulling us right, pulling our distance, right? So I think yeah, so like having a meal should be better. So how about Joey?
Personally, actually, I have this kind of imagination when I'm free. I just imagine how would be the situation when I meet my friends physically. Like, for example, Vivian. What is the first face expression? Like, what is the first word that I should say? Hi, Vivian. Nice to meet you. It's so weird. I think when this pandemic is truly past and everything is back to normal, I think I won't be scared about the awkwardness anymore because I appreciate that every chance that we can meet each other physically. We do not know when will be the next time we meet. And just be appreciate if you can meet someone that you really miss or that you can really close with it on the virtual world. Just try to be close to him or her, and in the real world also you just try to approach and just say hi. Maybe you can give your friends a hug, or maybe just shake your hands and then go to have a meal together. It's totally all right. Don't feel like shy or awkward because we appreciate if every chance that you have to meet the loved one. Yeah, this is only things I can say.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so I hope I won't feel awkward when I meet you guys as well. Okay. It's feel like we had such a long discussion right now, and then we do talk previously inside the class or anywhere. So yeah, I hope I won't be having that as well. Now let's come to something serious. Okay, to be honest, how you guys actually deal with assignment, especially during this kind of OTL mode? Like, you know, discussion might be a bit difficult, right? You know, different people will have different time to do work. Okay, maybe like, for example, Vivian may be a night person, and if Joey might be a day person. And then your timetable, because you might be going to different streams or different courses or programs, right? So the timetable might affect you in some way for having a discussion. Then how are you going to deal with that? because I know that some courses will be sharing, right? It's like the compulsory subject for everybody to take, no matter what programs you are in. So how are you going to, you know, to take some time out to have a discussion together?
I think I'll start this. Actually, like yeah, you can see, right? Joey and me, we are good friends. We are okay. We're sharing everything, but the only thing we are not sharing is having the same timetable. We will try to avoid each other from each other timetable. Like we are not actually doing the same assignment for our foundation because we have totally different style of doing. First say is mine. I will be having two like regular teammates with me in my foundation. So like they were just doing the same assignment with me for 3 sems. And for degree, fortunately, I found 4 regular teammates, which are we will be sharing all the same team members for all the assignments. So like for me, right, having the regular teammates, the benefit is that if there's a free rider, or maybe sleeping member in your group, right, you will not be so nervous because you are not the only one who's going to settle is for all night long. You at least having 2 person or maybe at least 1 person that help you to do your assignment, and that helps you to go and make some amendment and stuff. And the best part is having regular teammate actually, like, it actually gives us freedom to when to start our assignment. I still remember that last time we used to discuss on this because we will be having like different leader on different assignments, right? And then I'll be the one asking, are you going to start your assignment? If not, then I'll start first. Or maybe, oh, your assignment seems quite difficult, so you will be starting your assignment and then come on with mine. So like we will be discussing with each other if we are having regular teammates. So I think this is the way for me to discuss, because yeah, I know, because I love online like video conferencing, right? So in the first meeting, I will always force them to open their cam, and then this actually like make us like more interactive. But I think this is different from Joey, as I know, because Joey is not Joey love offline meeting, not like me. I love online meeting, so I think can pass the time to Joey.
For me, I have different experience with Vivian during my foundation. Actually, I do not have any permanent team members. I have friends, but I do not ask them to be the same timetable as me. Yeah, actually, I have friends. Okay, so for me, the reason is when this is my first year getting into the university, then I will think how to make more friends in just a short time. And one way to do so is through the assignment group. So I just do not want to join anyone's time to beat timetable together. I will just join the random class and meet random group members. It sounds a bit risky, I think, because it will increase the tendency to meet the free riders and sleeping members. But when you think from the good side is that you can meet different type of people, then you can learn different type of working styles. Then you can find from that from every single assignment group member, you can try out new things. Like for me, as I stated by Vivian just now, I like offline meeting, but how to adjust the time is that when I firstly started the assignments, I will create a assignment tracker for everyone, and basically it is collaborative. That means I just upload it on the Google Sheet, and everyone can edit the things together. And then from that, actually I create a timetable. I just ask them to fill in the slot that you are not available, that you have class, that you cannot have discussion together. And basically the blank slot will be the time for us to have the discussion. That means everyone are free on that time. So I can ask them to join our discussion even though it's offline. I hope that everyone is there. This is one of the ways. But for me, honestly, having permanent members have its own advantages as well. And for degree, I will strongly advise you to search for permanent team members, because I have 7 courses this trimester, and you imagine if you have different group mates for your 7 courses, how difficult it would be. So if you can really search for someone that match your working styles, that you can really cook well and working well with them, just go for it. You can have your team members, but if you are first year, like you're still in the foundation, you just have 3 to 4 assignments to deal with in that particular trimester. You can try to like join the random class and then meet as much as more the friends as possible, so that you can have some friends at same course with you in the degree. Then you definitely can go for that and ask them to join you when beating the timetable together. Yeah, this is my advice.
All right. Okay, thank you. So, okay, so since the time is almost up, right? Let's. I would like to ask if you have any kind of advice for those who are potentially joining the university, and then those who are still still in high school, or those that have already graduated but still hesitating. I mean, do you have any advice on how to start preparing for this? Preparing before we start our online learning in university, what kind of things do you have in mind? Like, what do you suggest them to prepare?
I will start.
Yeah, Vivian, yes.
All right. So actually, basically for me, right, it's like you need to try on the platforms like Microsoft Teams, as Utah is using Microsoft Teams, right? So you need to try on the platform, and the most important thing is know where to unmute yourself, or maybe muting yourself and also turning off your camera. Because like try to imagine if you don't know how to turn off your camera, and then in the first class there will be 150 plus students like watching your face, your picnic face, and then you don't know where to off your camera. And then the next is, I think, like prepare a comfortable study area for your own self, like me and Joey do, or like any others do, will be the best choice. Because like having a place is just like having a virtual class on in your house. So like you can do any rules, or maybe to set up the place, and then telling yourself, you should study in this place, or maybe you should not do anything in this place. So like it's the best way for us. And also like separate your academic stuff and also your daily life stuff. Like we will be having some Microsoft Teams app for handphone, right? So for my advice is, do not download it. So like you will just like focusing on your academic things when you need to open your computer, and you will not go and search for anything on your phone. And then so like it separate your daily life, and also there will be a clear borderline for you. And then it is a good choice for all of you, because for me I think like if the moment when I go and click in my phone, although I know that it's time for me to turn off my Microsoft Team, but I will not do that. My phone will go and turn on my Instagram, and then we'll be swiping. So to prevent that, just separate from them. Then how about Joey?
Personally, okay, I will talk about a little bit experience when I'm preparing for my university life, even though I'm not expecting that I will be having online learning mood, but actually it's a good piece of advice for the high school, actually, especially for those who are still waiting maybe for the offer letters, and then to start the learning process in the university. For me, I will advise that you should take time to improve your English language proficiency. And I can honestly say that during my secondary schools, I cannot really speak well in English. Like I just can voice out a few simple sentences like yes, no, I don't know. That's all. And then today I'm able to like stay here and then be the one of the speakers to share this kind of stuff for the whole 2 hours I'm speaking in the English. I think this is the result from the effort that I pay before I get into the university. Like basically what I do is I will try to get used to reading the English passage, maybe some newspaper or novels. Because when you're getting into university, definitely you have to go through the journal papers, the research paper when you are doing your assignments. So you can take time to get used to it. This is the one. And then you can go and listen to the English video or movie, because the class will be conducted fully in English, definitely. So you can get used to the slang and the pronunciation as earlier as you can, so that you can get the point during the class. This is another point. And then actually, for me, I have a special technique. It sounds ridiculous, but it's really workable. And this is what I do in the past few days also. If you want to train your spoken English, I can say, and you found that there's no one for you be there with you to practice together, like you do not have your parents or family members to talk in English with you, you can talk to yourself also. It sounds crazy, it sounds crazy, but you can try to do that, because you are train yourself to construct the sentence in your mind. And then when you speak English, you can get the pronunciation and the slang very easily, so that you can before maybe the presentation about the public speaking and all stuff, you can try to like use this way. And then the last things that I can practice in the daily life is that I used to write the diary in English. It's one way to like sharpen my written English also. So that even though it's about broken English, I can say it's a lot of grammatical error, definitely, but it is some way to train my vocabulary and also how I construct the sentence. From that, I did actually learn a lot. And when I get into university, there is nothing such problems that I cannot get what the lecturer is saying, or I have problem in completing and writing the essay for assignments like that. So I think for the high school leavers, you should do the preparation earlier for that. You do not waste the time like 6 months waiting for SPM result but do nothing. You can like have a self-learning, because there is a lot of online resources for you to approach and have some try on it. So definitely you can try for it, and I hope that you can well prepare when you're first getting into the university. Yeah, this is my piece of advice.
Okay, good. Thank you for that. Okay, so everybody take notes on the advice. Okay, now, so overall, generally, the OTL mode experience, is it good for you, for both of you? I mean, for the rest as well, you can answer in the chat box as well. So what do you think about the OTL mode? Okay, after experiencing like almost 2 years, what do you think? Do you think it is good, satisfied, rooms to improve, okay, rooms for improvement? What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah. Vivian, you go first.
Thank you, Chloe. All right. So actually for me, right, I think in this way, Utah is doing great in like providing us the best of the best OTL mode of learning, because yeah, we just noticed that actually the Microsoft Teams used to be so lagging last time when I firstly entered Utah. It will just lag until I don't know what to do, and then I just directly turn off my computer. Yeah, but this time around, actually the Microsoft Team will not be so lag. There's actually zero lagging on the Microsoft Teams. At least in case is our Wi-Fi is lagging, but apart from that, is the Microsoft Team is actually no having technical problem. And then for the Bible means Utah intranet, they're also improving a lot, because I still remember during last time we cannot even go and log in into the Bible for our midterm test papers. And we just wait until the system to restore it itself. But this time around, I don't think that Weber is having the same problem again. So like I think Utah is providing us the best experience, because we will experience the best of the best, like Microsoft 365, which we originally need to pay by ourselves, and also the Utah Drive, the Google Drive for unlimited spacing is like costing a lot of money for us, because we know that Google Drive is actually require us for paying, right? Because it just offers us 15 gigs of space, and definitely I tell you honestly, the 15 gig of space is not enough for you yourself.
Not enough,
Totally agree.
Yes, totally agree, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So how about Joey?
I think I won't be regret like having my first year to study in university like in OTL mood. Even though I deep down in my heart, I sincerely hope that I can get back to the campus one day. Of course, hopefully I can do so. I didn't want like I graduated in OTL mood as well. Like, but I'm still feel grateful that for everyone that I meet during my OTL, including the lecturers and also the course mates, and then every single friends, even the staff that I assist me and during I am confused with certain things like maybe the financial, like how to pay the fees, like how to search for this and that, how to settle the technical problems. And I feel glad that I have all these people besides me to help me with that. And don't think that OTL mode is actually an obstacle for us for learning. Actually, learning can be happen anywhere. And even though you might think that OTL mode is not that efficient compared to the physical, actually I can say in the OTL mode we can learn even more because you can get used to like online resources, like you have learned about the video editing, audio editing, and this kind of stuff you maybe do not have the chance to experience this if you are getting into the campus, and you are get to know more about the how to use the online application like Microsoft, like the online video conferencing platform. Yeah, this is a different kind of experience and definitely very much useful in your workplace in the future. So I think just take the chance, even though it is not the campus life as we expected, but you can still have a try on it. And definitely it will be a good one for you if you can change your mindset and take the good side. As I can say, maybe a quote like, if you cannot change the word, try to change your mindset, and definitely everything will look fine for you. Okay, this is what I want to see.
Good. Thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, same goes to high school. Okay, whichever level you are in right now. Okay, same goes to students or even we ourselves. We are learning a lot actually throughout this OTL mode lah. So yeah. So for any levels, or if you are still in high school, you are high school students, again, don't let the OTL make you demotivated. You are supposed to learn more from it, okay? Because after we are getting back to physical, we will not have this chance anymore lah. But hopefully we will see each other, and then we will have physical mode in the future soon, okay? Okay, so yeah, basically this is the summary that I can go through. So now I will pass it back to Mr. Lionel.
Thank you, everyone.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Chong. Thank you also to Mr. Lim for moderating. A very big thank you to our panelists, Ms. Vivian and Ms. Joey. As I've been typing in the chat box, you'll notice that it is precisely my sentiments. There's a lot that I've been learning entirely through this session. In fact, I've got a notebook right here. And as you've been speaking, I've been taking notes, right? So I can't wait to actually put into practice some of the items that you've suggested. So overall, it's been a very fruitful session. Thank you so much for sharing your journey and your insight with us. Dear participants, please don't forget to sign out. It's really important. The sign out form, the link is actually in the chat box. So all you've got to do is click it, make sure that you've done so. And once again, thank you from Center for Foundation Studies. And now I'd like to pass this time back on over to Mr. Tam.
Okay, thank you for Lionel, and again, thank you for the arrangement for today's webinar. Allow me to have the quick ending, and let me share the slide first. Okay, so for the non-Utarians, maybe let me have a brief introduction about the UTAR programs and the foundation study for you. So this is what we're offering. In fact, we have the foundation programs, the bachelor degree, the master, and the PhD. And what is the English enhancement program? This is for those that not fulfill the English requirement. They need to attend the 1 month or the 2 months English, the EEP, to fulfill the English requirements, so that to proceed to the foundations or the bachelor's. And this is an area of study. In fact, we have the different kind of area of study for your options. We have the business related, the mathematics, the science, the social science, the design, even like engineering, IT, or the health science study. If you are by SPMs and considering to proceed to a UTAR studies, you may consider for the foundation art or in science. So you're going to spend it in 1 year, either in Kampar or Sungai. So for your concerns, there are certain programs that allow to proceed the foundation in certain campus only. Example, like if you are considering for taking the architectures, the Chinese medic, MBBS, the physiotherapists, nursing, the design related, those are actually going to complete the foundations and the bachelor degree at Sungai campus. And if you are interested in the Chinese study, the foundations and the bachelor degree will be at the Kampar campus. So this is a pathway after the SPM or the O levels. So you may consider for the foundations, or if you are now having the STPM or diploma or the matrix, by the qualifications, you can proceed to the bachelor degree directly. After complete the bachelor degree, you can even consider further to the master or even the PhD. And the foundation in art and foundation in science actually is under the management of the Center for Foundation Study. We have a Center for Foundation Study at Kampar and Sungai campus. So for foundations, they have 4 different streams: the Y, X, S, and P. So what is the differences? So for the in fact, right, is it for the foundations, it will depend on what is the bachelor degree you've been offered. If we have been offered for the bachelor degree under the business related, we're going to be assigned to the foundation in art, the accountancy, and the management streams. But if we are being offered the bachelor degree under the social science, the design, or the Chinese study, that we go under the art and social science streams. And if we are being offered the bio-related, like food science, biotech, or biomedical science, those will be being offered to the biological science streams. And if you're interested into the engineering, will be the engineering science, or the IT mathematics related will be the technological science streams. Okay, after foundations, those the bachelor's options. So we have more than 74 different bachelor degree for your options. As mentioned just now, under the accounting, under the business related streams, or the mathematics, the science, social science, or even like the design, the IT, engineering, and even the health science studies. Lastly, to approach us, if you have any further inquiry, you may just approach us through the live chat with the chat service. Is Monday to Sunday, 9 AM to 5 PM. We have the colleague always ready for the inquiry. Or if you would like to attend for the video chat, you can just go through the www.peaktimes.com/UTA to make an appointment for the video chat. The other way, you can approach us through the hotline or the WhatsApp. You can just call us through the mobile number, or you can just text us WhatsApp. The traditional way, the email. You can send us an email. If you are from forums, you can just send to international@utar.edu.my. Or if you are if you would like to check if the applications can send to admissions@utar.edu.my, or for postgrad, is the postgrad@utar.edu.my. And somehow we have the Facebook channel UTAR for you. Today's the webinar even going to be end. The recorded versions will be posted to the UTAR for you page. So if you would like to introduce the webinar to your friends, or you would like to back to a review, you can just back to the UTAR for you to check it. And if we have any further inquiry, you can just send it to the inbox to us. And lastly, if you prefer by WeChat, you can just scan the QR scanner to approach us. So that's all from me today. Thank you again to have a great afternoon with us. See you again at the next webinar. Thank you and bye-bye.